So I have been proposed to 3 different times by 3 different guys, and third time's a charm, okay? Third time's the charm. But let me tell you about the first one, which is what this song is about. So when I was 20, I met this 25-year-old international student in college, and he got his scholarship through being on the soccer team. So we were both seniors, but anyways, I approached him because I liked the way he looked. I was like, that's my type. So I started talking to him, and fast forward, we're hanging out like a lot, okay? He's coming over to my dorm room, we're just hanging, we're talking, we're playing, I'm fangirling, I'm going to his soccer games. I'm like totally obsessed with this dude, and he knows it. He knows it very clearly because I am not a fucking liar. I will let you know. I told him, hey, I have feelings. You're like everything I want. And he was honest too, so he was all like, I can't give you what you want. And I was like, damn, that hurts, but whatever. We just stopped talking, but I was still telling him, hey, I still want you to come to my birthday party. I think it'd be really fun because I was gonna be turning 21, and I was like hosting a party with my friends, and it was such a fun time. He showed up. Yeah, it was a blast. So my birthday is like December 20th, so this was like going into winter break, and so this was pretty much supposed to be one of the last times we'd ever see each other, and it was just gonna be boom, end of story, and I could just like fantasize and like be delusional and I don't know, dream or whatever, but I just knew it was over. But that's not what happened. Things didn't go according to plan, because one day after New Year's, while we were still on Christmas break, he calls me and he's all like, I called to ask for your hand in marriage. And I'm like, why? I kid you not, he says it's because there is an American soccer team that he wants to join, but he has a better chance of getting accepted as a resident rather than, an international player. I said no, but I was like just dumbfounded. Like, we talked some more on the phone and whatever, just act like, playing things cool. But once that phone call was over, I was just bawling because I was just like, what the fuck? How desperate does he think I am? And I was just like completely confused, but like, I'm a lover girl. I have questions. And so I asked for clarification. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, actually. He proceeds to send me this long ass text message that took 3 full screenshots to capture. And the summary of that was like, chilling with you is a vibe and a zone, and you're a good person, and I can't promise you anything, but if you could do this for me, that'd be really great, because a place like America to settle in would be very, very good. It was the longest stream of bullshit I have ever exposed myself to in a single text message. And the thing is, at the time, I had very little self-worth, and so I was confused. Instead of just like completely blocking him, I was still confused and trying to find answers, and I was trying to trick myself into thinking that maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is exactly the thing that I need, because I don't know, maybe we can live a happy married life and we can start a family, and I could be with my dream guy or whatever, even though he was not, okay? So winter break is over, we're back on campus, I'm still hurt, I'm still confused, I'm still hanging out with him, just trying to find some answers or whatever. And he's still doubling down. He's like, hey, maybe we could still do this thing. It's up to you. He's not being pushy, but he's still saying, it's up to you. And this kind of test that he gave me, it really triggered a lot in me, because there's like a lot of underlying trauma that I hadn't addressed. And this was the ultimate test of how worthy am I? How much of what I want is important? So at that time, it was a maybe, but ultimately I said no to his proposal. And things changed in our relationship, because at that time, he was legit a friend. We were sharing secrets, we were sharing stories, we were having these fucking deep conversations, and without going too much into detail, he went from being what I thought was a friend into someone who's just extremely cold. We were still hanging out at this point, still hanging out, and he was the closest person to have witnessed my fucking spiral, while I was reliving the trauma of my sexual abuse that got triggered from that fucking proposal or whatever that he knew about. He saw me gain weight, he saw me drinking, he saw me fucking drunk driving. He was there to see it all. He saw the light dim from my eyes in that fucking very moment and forward. He was there to witness it the whole time, and he was cold and was still coming over just so he could bust the fucking nut. But anyway, the semester ends, he graduates, his visa expires, and he goes back to fucking Belgium or wherever he went. And yeah, I spend the next few years recovering my fucking identity. And anyways, I'm all good now. But that's what that fucking song is about.